In today's anime Vanguards video, I'm telling you all ways and especially the best ways to get gems, the new summer currency, ICED, and also Rerolls. So if you're a new player or endgame player, hopefully you find this video useful. But before today's video starts, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. And also, whilst you're going down to subscribe, do me a favor, like the video so more people see the video. And hopefully if you do like, you do get Escanor. Also, one more thing, I am working on the next New Pro part. Hopefully my next video should be me actually getting Escanor because I've been locking in trying to get him, bro. I'm so close to P. But stop yapping and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to brush over is going to be gems. Now I'm going to spend too many times on gems because there's a million ways to obtain gems, and realistically most of you are more interested in summer currency and rerolls, but I'll tell you the best ways or most of the ways to get gems. So if you're very, very new to the game, when you summon on the banner you will spend gems, but you can get some of those gems back. I don't know where that access spawned from. From when you go to index, you can claim gems when you get new units. And if you go to milestones, you can claim these. So make sure that when you start the game, you don't start auto-selling everything. Because look, you collect these units, you get 2k gems, 2k, 1k gems, whatever. And you also go unit index. So if you're new, then that can be helpful for you. Now, achievements are a decent way to get gems. But right now, they're bugged on new accounts. Because they're bugged on my new to pro. Claim your quest, claim all. Battle pass, claim all. I would never buy the battle pass for gems. I'd buy it for rerolls though, which I'll mention later on. But the main ways, in my opinion, to get gems is maybe like 3 ways, I guess. So, one is dungeons. Now, not dungeons, actually, my bad. Boss events. Where is boss events? So, if you're actually pretty good at the game, boss events actually give a lot more gems than you think. Like, a boss events, per stage, you get 200, 250 gems, which is actually a lot more than you probably think. And you farm the currency, so you can get rerolls at the same time, or maybe Esser stones if you need them. But you kind of get the point. So, yeah, boss events is actually pretty decent. I kind of underrated for gems. The next thing is going to be AFK chamber. Now, AFK chamber might be the way for you because not only will you get gems from the AFK chamber, even though it'll be lower than the other strategies I'll tell you this video, it gives you gems with the summer currency and the spring currency, which you can go for 2 banner vanguards being Kage and Escanor, or you can spend that currency on unit evos or even rerolls. So it's up to you, but it doesn't really give too many gems. And if you're really looking just purely for gems, I wouldn't recommend farming that. But there's 2 more strats that I want to point out when it comes to gems. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on gems because there's loads and loads of small things in the game that give you gems, like you could say codes or these certain quests and things like that. I'm just telling you the main ways because it's such a easy and farmable thing compared to like rerolls or summer currency. So the next thing is going to be world lines. I haven't done this world line yet because I'm purely focused on getting Escanor at the moment, which the video should be coming soon, hopefully tomorrow, because that's when I think I'll hit PE. But world lines give you 250 gems per floor, and they're not too hard, especially like even at the lower floor. So 250 gems per floor, it's a lot of gems, you know what I'm saying. The next thing you can also claim, which is a small thing, which is what I almost forgot to mention, is going to be these little things, which is what's it called, enemy index. It's not going to give you a lot of gems, but the other last main one, which pretty much anyone in the game can do, is going to be infinite. So go Planamic infinite and get a bunch of gems. All infinites give you the same amount of gems, but Planamic will give you the worst food. So if you're good at the game and you want gems, then just do a better infinite because you'll also get better food to feed your units. But yeah, there's not too many strats for gems that like a major. Maybe Odyssey gives a good amount, but I can't lie, most of the players don't really do Odyssey, including myself, and I don't really know how it works. So don't ask me too much about Odyssey, I can't lie, and it's just kind of an annoying game mode. But yeah, that's pretty much it for gems. If you're asking for my opinion, what should you farm if you're new to the game and you need gems? Play a little bit of story, you know, clear it through, maybe do Nightmare if you want, you know, to get the first time gem rewards again. And then maybe if you could decent, you could do some world lines or do some infinite. And then if you're end game, you could do a bit of boss events. They moved it around or something because yeah, now it's there, I think. Or was it always there? I don't know, but you get the point. That's pretty much it for gems, so don't waste too much time on those. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go over is rerolls. Now, a lot of people, they start the game and they're like, yo, Monarch P, 1.5k rerolls, that's a lot. And it is a lot, but I definitely could say if you're a new player, you can definitely get there at some point for sure. And a lot of people are like, bro, you can't farm any rerolls in this game, and that is actually completely wrong. So I'll actually add up some of the rerolls as we go along. It'd be easy if I got a calculator out, but trust me, you could get a decent amount. So the first thing I want to mention is going to be the new summer event. Now, not only with the summer event can you get 200 rerolls from this, you can get some rerolls from the icebox, but main ways, 200 rerolls from a summer shop, and then you got another 200 rerolls from the spring shop, which adds up to 400 rerolls, okay? And then battle pass, I'm actually not sure how much gem rerolls it gives you, but it gives you a decent amount, at least 100, I think. It's pretty sure it's end. And if you buy it, I think if you buy it, then it's 100 maybe. I'm not sure. But this should give a decent amount of rerolls. So let's just say 500 rerolls. Level milestones will give you the rerolls. So make sure you claim them every single 5 levels. So let's just say that's another 550 maybe. You got your daily and weekly challenge. Weekly challenge gives a lot of rerolls and a lot of rewards for everything. I've already done it, but it gives you 20 rerolls and a bunch of each essence. So make sure you're doing that. You did. I need to drink some water because I'm yapping, but 3 rerolls from daily challenge. All right, you know what? I'll slow down. But yeah, 3 rerolls from daily challenge. You've got what's it called? 20 from weekly, so that's 23. So we're almost at 600 rerolls already that you can just farm, and plus weekly, you can do it every week. World lines, if you check the actual rewards, you can get 15, 30, 50 rerolls from world lines also, which is quite nice. And you also get Jin Mori, which is a very, very meta DPS that everyone should be getting at some point. So let's say we're like around 620 rerolls. I'm not accurately adding it up, but yeah. Then we've got the boss event, which actually resets every week, so another farmable one, and that will give you 40 rerolls. So let's say that's 700 now. Actually no, that's not 700, but we're getting closer. Yeah, we'll just see 700 because, you know, things refresh, whatever. We are rounding up quite a lot. If you go to raid shop, that is even more rerolls. You got 25 here, so now it's officially 700. Then we say 750 right here, and then that's 800. Dungeon shop, that's another 100. So I think that's like 900, I think. And then you got 900 rerolls. These shops also don't, the dungeon shop and raid shop does not restock. However, the boss event will reset every week. Will restock. Same goes for weekly and daily challenge, obviously. PvP, I forget PvP, bro. What else is there? Your achievements will give you rerolls. So you get 1 reroll per this, and this about 5. Oh, and this is actually 6. So this is 6 rerolls. Plus the 2 here, that is 8. They need to fix it because it's bugged right now. Then this is another, how much is this? This is like 10. No, this is even more than 10. This is like more. Let's just say this is 8 per or 10 per. Let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then we'll tone it down actually quite a lot. We'll say it's 50 overall, okay? So that pushes to 1k, I think. But yeah, that's a lot of rerolls just from achievements, and you can get a lot more like from all of these if you do some of these. But some of them do become quite annoying. Like, ain't nobody trying to do all that. So we'll say like 40 or 50 for rerolls from that. You got a rift shop, which can also give you rerolls. So there's like a bunch of small things you can farm that will, you know, add up to rerolls. This gives you 10. No. Does it? No, it gives you 50. You can get 50 rerolls from this as well. So that will add up to 1,000, I guess. And then tournaments. I mean, I won't count it, but you can get rerolls from this if you're, you know, an endgame player. But that is quite difficult, so I don't expect everyone to do that. If you have shiny units, you can normalize them, but that's not really a valid reroll method, to be honest. But yeah, there's a lot of rerolls you can farm. You just gotta go looking for them, you know what I'm saying? But I want to try and mention everything, or at least most. Enemy index and boss bounty is actually quite a good one. If you do your enemy index and you do the milestone specifically, which I haven't done yet, you can get a bunch of rerolls like here, 20 rerolls, 20 rerolls, 20 rerolls. It's kind of annoying to do, but if you do it, I mean, it's actually worth it. 20 rerolls is a decent amount. And then boss bounties, you could do every single day. You could do 10 and you get like 1 reroll per. So that's like about 10 rerolls. I don't really do them though, because I'm too lazy and I'm just farming for Escanor. But that's even more reroll. So from the methods I said alone, it's quite, you know, effort, but you know what I'm saying, they don't make it too easy to get rerolls. But that's like 1.1k from what I just said, probably. I'm just trying to make sure that's everything. I mean, okay, yeah, leaderboards, there's no point mentioning. Yeah, that's a lot of rerolls, but I just want to double check. So what would I say are like the main reroll methods? If I was to, you know, slow it down instead of speed run and say every single method, your events will give you like about 400, which is a lot. Your raids and dungeons will give you a lot. And your boss events will give you them all the time, like every week. And then same goes for challenge, you reset every week. So it takes time with this game. You don't just instantly get Monarch and you don't get like a full team or something. But the main reformable ways are going to be boss event and your daily weekly challenges, I would say. Because nothing else really resets, but when they do drop, it's pretty nice. You get what I'm saying, like the events, for example. And I want to also mention that after the Berserk update is going to be this game's anniversary, which means they should give some quite good anniversary rewards, which should mean some rerolls. So keep that in mind also. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the reroll methods. I mean, actually, no. There's actually more. Okay, so if you go to missions here, you get this currency, right? Now you can spend this currency on some ICED. But you can also spend it on rerolls. Now I spend it on ICED because I want to speedrun Escanor. I'm impatient and I also just want content. And I also really want Escanor because he's cold. But the point is 15, 30. So this is like 60. and then this is another 60. So that's 60, and then I'm tweaking. It's like 90. So that's actually not. Oh my, that's 9 rerolls that I wasted on. Oh wait, nah, but it's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, 90 rerolls you get just from this as well, which is like 1.2k. And then if you do all of these, you can get all of these on rerolls. So that's like another. It's like, yeah, we'll keep it 1.2k, but you get the point. Like that's another 20 rerolls from this, and then they'll add more. So check your events, because they added like, I don't know how consistently they're gonna add it, but I know there's more planned. I've seen it in some sneak peek or whatever. So yeah, there's even more of that planned as well. So yeah, now that's all the reroll methods. And I would also recommend, if you're really trying to get so many rerolls, do buy the battle pass, but only if you're actually gonna play the game consistently and actually max out the battle pass, because it doesn't take 2 seconds to do. But yeah, if I spoke too fast, you can always slow the video down, pause and things like that. But yeah, there's a lot of reroll methods. You just have to go out there and chase them, and some of them are a little bit more annoying than others. But a lot of them you can just AFK farm in, chamber. Some of them you will have to macro. You can manually farm them, but it'll be more annoying. But yeah, that's all the real methods, and I hopefully found that part useful. But yeah, we'll end off the video with summer currency. Okay, the last part is gonna be ICED. Now you're probably wondering, well, Roxanne, isn't it just quite straightforward? There's multiple methods to get ICED, but I'm gonna break it down for you, and there's some things that you may or may not know, which you might find it useful, especially if you're a new player. Well, not even if you're a new player, because I added some new features. Okay, so there's 2 main ways to get. There's 3 ways, okay? We'll get out of the way. AFK chamber, which gives you the least, but you can AFK without having to macro or anything like that, but it doesn't give you too much. Then you got the summer infinite event and the portals. Now, summer infinite event is easier to macro, and it kind of gives you more. And also, one thing I want people to keep in mind right now is the summer infinite event. The gains are actually on 2x. As you can see, it's 1.5k, but every 10 waves you'll get 3x. I mean, no, you'll get 3,000. I don't know how long the 2x is going to last, but you should definitely, abuse it. No, abuse is not the right word, but I'm saying, like, make use of it being 2x. And then the last thing is going to be summer portals. Now, the main 2 ways you should think about is summer event, summer portals. Now, in my opinion, do the summer infinite event and macro it, because it's quite nice. But also keep in mind, there is some other ways you can get ICED. Now, I'll show you the strat that I'm on about for summer event, but when you do portals, you can actually do portals if you don't want to do them in general. You can at least do them for the events, because if you get Leo, which I haven't done yet, but I'm going to do after I drop this video, you can evo Leo and get this currency. So if you evo all the new summer units with all this currency, if you don't want to spend on rerolls, you can spend an ICED. I recommend rerolls, but you can spend an ICED for this one. This one you can only spend on rerolls, but my point still stands. Like, you can get all of these, and it's a bunch of one coin is 5,000 ICED, and you get about 90 coins from this. So 90 times 5, 450k. You get the point. It's like 450k worth of ICED from all those coins. Now, you could have spent that on rerolls, and it's probably better to spend on rerolls, but if you're trying to speedrun Eskimo like me, then you can spend it on that. But yeah, also portals, if you need to get MVP rewards for it to be more worth than summer event, and even then I don't really think it is. But the only reason why it might be is, let me check the drops real quick. Wait, is this the right? No, this is the wrong poll. Do I? Okay, well, let me check the drops real quick. The only reason why it might be is because you can get Icebox. Now, the only reason why the Icebox might help you, if you get MVP, you'll get 3k in a similar amount of time if you can do it fast. It'll still take you a little bit longer to get wave 10, but with the Icebox, you can actually, there's a chance to get reels from it. So if I buy one Icebox just to show you, I mean, you can get reels from it, but you can also get summer currency. So yeah, as you can see, you can 25% chance, 3% chance, 10% chance, and 1% chance to get even extra currency. So, oh, I got a familiar. Wait, what? I just got a familiar. That's rare, no? Was that the rarest one? I even know. Wait, wait, let me just check that out real quick. That's actually kind of random. A familiar. Oh no, I have a lot of these. I thought I got WRNG for that. But they do buff a dot, which I can use on my Eskimo later when I have him. But point still being is that I would just, the safer thing is infinite, the summer event infinite thing, and it's easier to macro. Now, what are you going to do for the macro? Now, I can't technically promote macros, so I can't tell you what macros you use or anything like that, but I'll tell you what you can do to easily farm it, and if you end up macroing, I can't stop you, okay? So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. AV got rules, and I want to post this video in their Discord, so look, gotta do what I gotta do, you know what I mean? But yeah, what you want to do is vote start, and then all you gotta do is place back here. You can place over there, but you know, if you're trying to AFK, it's probably easier just to place back here. max out the unit, and then restart when you get to wave 10. Because if you restart, make sure you get the currency. It'll say 3,000 here, and then vote restart, and then just do it again, and then just do it again, and then yeah, just keep doing it, and you get a bunch of the ICED. That is the easiest, simple, and best way in my opinion, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm over like 2.3 or 4 million using the things that I told you for Escanor P, which means that's what I'm saying, that like tomorrow I'll probably have Escanor from P. So yeah, that's the strats. You can spend the currency I showed you on ICED, even though I don't recommend it. I'm doing it purely for content, but it's up to you. If you can't bother waiting for Escanor and you just want him ASAP, then you can do that. Maybe you have a bunch of reels already, or yeah, but this is just get wave 10 and restart. Like, you could do pulls, but it's more effort and more risk, I guess, because the time it takes you to get wave 10 in here, it takes longer to beat the poll over there. And also you might not get MVP because you have to play with 3 people to get MVP. So yeah, I would just do this, get to wave 10. You could do this even if you're a new player, restart them. There you go. You'll keep the currency, don't worry about it, trust me. But yeah, subscribe. Let me know if you found this video useful, especially if you're a new player. But yeah, don't worry, I'm popping out daily uploads. I'm working on the next new part. I'm working on a video where I get Escanor. So I need to go back to farming right after I'm done recording this video, which is now. So subscribe because I'm trying to hit 100k. Like the video. Go check out my last one. Go check out the video YouTube is recommending you right now on the screen. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.